Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. Alright, so today's video is going to be my weekly accountability Flylady video. You could also call this Monday Motivation. I'm going to be recapping what I did last week, what I was able to accomplish. I'm going to kind of get into my plan for this week. But down in the comments, I want you guys to let me know your wins this week. What is it that you were super happy that you accomplished? What is it that you are excited about? What is it about Flylady system that you are finding super helpful? I want this to be a community. I want this video to be engaging. I want you guys to talk back to me. I will respond to all of your comments. So just keep that in mind as we're going. This really isn't just about me. My part of it is to simply hold myself accountable and also give you some motivation. All right, so let's jump in first to a recap from last week. Last week was zone 3. I told you that last week I was going to be focusing on just 4 things through the week for my zone cleaning. Now, I did accomplish my 4 things, I think. I'm looking at my list. For me, my zone 3 is my upstairs bathrooms. There's 2 bathrooms, and then also my kids' rooms and husband's office. All of those are upstairs, and usually if I work quickly and diligently, I'm able to get all of the things done in all the rooms if I stay on task. The 4 things that I worked on last week were to work on the upstairs shower, which I did. I'm going to get back to that in just a minute. I washed all of the comforters on my kids' beds. I dusted blinds, and then I also polished the furniture up there. So I did accomplish those things, but let me kind of back up and tell you a little bit about the shower. All right, so with the Flylady system, you typically just clean your showers once a month. You do a weekly home blessing hour, and you do morning and evening routines, and in those routines you keep the rest of the bathroom clean. You're wiping the sink and counter and bathroom. Those get wiped down each and every day. Every week you do a quick vacuum and a quick mop in there. So all of those things are maintained, but then once a month we're to focus on the shower in there. And for me, I pretty much knew that that wasn't going to work, so I have had it as part of my weekly home blessing where I go through and scrub the showers, just kind of give them a quick spray, a quick wipe every week, because we live in an older home. We have just issues with those showers, and if I don't stay on top of them, they get really nasty. Well, I decided this past month to see how long I really could go. I was like, I'm just gonna go for a month and just see. Maybe I'll prove myself wrong. Maybe I'm doing too much in there. Maybe it doesn't really have to be a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing. I can tell you for sure that I can't do it just once a month. I left my kids shower for once a month. It was awful, and it really kind of made me have a grumpy attitude about all of my cleaning this week because of that stinking shower. So if there's something in your home that you know needs to be maintained at a different level of what's on the Flylady system, make it work for your home. You guys, this system is just kind of a base. It's kind of an overview, an outline, but we are in charge of our home, and we get to decide what gets done when. And like I said, I know for my house, I can't do our showers just once a month. So like I said, it kind of put me in kind of a grumpy mood about doing any zone cleaning this week, which I know was just kind of dumb, but it was going to take a lot of extra work. There was no way it was getting done in 15 minutes. I had to spend a lot of time spraying and scrubbing. Then I had to go back another day and bleach it. It was just kind of a thing, and it made me not want to do anything else. So know your house. So what I'm going to plan to do now is, instead of trying to stretch it a month, I'm going to try to just do it every other week. So last week for zone 3 was my upstairs bath. That's the week that I'm going to dedicate to being the week that I bleach it. I don't like to bleach it and then also clean it the same week, because sometimes it can be hard to really rinse everything thoroughly, and you don't want to like mix cleaners together and things like that. And then this week for zone 4 is my master bedroom and master bathroom. So that shower will get bleached this week. And then for zone 1 and 2, I will use those weeks to just kind of rotate through just giving those showers a quick scrub. So we'll kind of see how that goes. All right, so the second thing on my list, I know I'm kind of rambling and all over the place, but I kind of want to just get it all covered. The second thing on my list this week for zone cleaning was to wash the comforters. I was able to do that on Monday. That's the day that I wash like sheets and things, so I was able to just do a few extra loads of laundry. That worked out really well. I did dust blinds and polish furniture upstairs. I mentioned though that the shower thing kind of put me in a bad mood, and I realized that, all right, let's back up a little bit. I kind of want to throw in our weekly focuses for the days. I think that's what they're called. I can't think, maybe that's not the right term, but on Monday, we do our weekly home blessing hour. On Tuesday, my plan, that's my free day. I try to use that day for work and projects and things like that that I have. Wednesday is my desk day. That's the day that I sit down and pay bills. I file things that have come in the mail that need to be filed. I make lists for the grocery store. I order my groceries, like I put everything in my cart. And I do all of those kind of things that need me to kind of sit down and plan things. That's what I do on Wednesday. Thursday is my errand day. I try to pick up groceries on Thursday. I go to the post office on Thursdays. That's also the day that I do any kind of donation drop-offs, things like that. And then Friday is my purse and car day. That's the day that I just kind of go through my purse, pull out any receipts that need to be thrown away or filed or whatever, give that a good, just go through. And that's important for me because I used to be one of those people that would just like hoard receipts and hoard things in my purse. So since I've started doing this has been really good. I also try to go through my car, just, like a quick clean out. If there's any trash in there, we get that out. Sometimes we're bad about just kind of stuffing things in the back of the cart, not like trash or things like that, but just random things get stuck back there, and I try to make sure we get all those out. Everything gets put back in its place. So that's kind of the overview of my weekly plan. Now, I mentioned last week that for zone cleaning, I've been working on focusing on 4 things each week. That way I don't get overwhelmed. It's easier for me to just kind of focus on 4 things. And if I get to do more, great. Sometimes those things don't take me 15 minutes and I can move on to something else, but it's really helping me to know that if I only have 4 things and that's all I get done, that really is okay. I also mentioned that sometimes I do my zone cleaning throughout the week, like I'll do 15 minutes Tuesday, 15 minutes Wednesday, and so on. And then other weeks I find that we've had a really busy week and it's easier for me to just kind of lump everything into 1 hour on Friday when I have a little bit of extra time. But I found the problem with that. This week was not one of those crazy weeks for me. This week was fairly quiet, but I found that because I had Friday kind of as like a day where I knew that if I didn't get stuff done, I could get it done on Friday, and I found that it left me procrastinating. Y'all, I procrastinated so many things. So there's a flaw in that system for me, and it's not really the system, because a lot of weeks that's really nice, because when I really can't get to it during the week, knowing that I have Friday to work on those things is a really good thing. It helps me stay just calm and not feel behind and things like that. But this week, my focus is going to be on not procrastinating. I just shouldn't have a crazy busy week this week. We're kind of winding down our school for the year, like for the semester. We are going to be taking a 6-week break for Christmas, which I'm super excited about. So we've got 1 week left. So while I am going to have some extra school things to do this week and things like that, we don't have anything else major going on. We're still kind of a couple weeks out from Thanksgiving. So my goal this week is to make sure that while I'm in zone 4, that I'm really focused on setting my timer and doing my zone cleaning at the appropriate time instead of pushing it off and leaving it for Friday. All right, so let's jump into zone 4. Y'all let me know what's in your zone for zone 4 and let me know what you're planning to accomplish. Now, if you're going to take the zone cleaning list from the Flylady system and just kind of go through it, check it off in your control journal, that's totally fine. You make this work for you. I told y'all that I've kind of been working on just doing 4 things, and I don't think that's something that I came up with. I feel like I saw somebody else talk about that, but I can't remember exactly who. It might have been Kat from A Better Life with Kat or something like that. She was a former Flylady. She's not somebody that I watch regularly now, but she does have some good tips and things, and it might be her that had that in some kind of video. I couldn't tell you what video it was or how long ago I watched it, but I didn't want to like take credit for that. It seems like she might have been the person that suggested that. So anyway, however you work through your zone cleaning, that's totally fine. The important thing is to get some of it done. All right, so for zone 4, my focuses this week are going to be to bleach and scrub my shower. No surprise there. I also included in that, like I'm going to make myself a note, I need to make sure that I either bleach my shower curtain liner or just get a new shower curtain liner. Maybe I'll throw it in the wash, and if that doesn't work, then I'll get a new one, but it's time for that to happen. I'm also going to spend some time decluttering in my bathroom. I've noticed that my cabinet is kind of getting a little full, my drawers a little full, so I need to spend a little bit of time in there and just kind of toss things that I'm not using, that are expired, things like that. I'm not going to make a huge project out of it. I will definitely set my timer for 15 minutes when I do this. Otherwise, I tend to get carried away and I'll be in there 3 hours later. You know how it goes. So if you're going to declutter, make sure that you're setting your timer. The third thing I'm going to focus on is in my master bedroom. I need to dust like my blinds and kind of like corners, baseboards, things like that. I do that all with one tool, so it's really fast. And then I'm going to polish the furniture in there. And then the fourth thing is going to be to wash my comforter and blankets. It's just kind of that time of year. It's been a couple, I know I didn't do it last month, so I want to make sure I do it this month. So those are going to be the 4 things, and I don't have a lot of clutter in my bedroom. I don't have a lot of clutter like in my closets or things like that. So doing those 4 things is really going to kind of keep those 2 areas really, really good. So what things are you going to focus on for zone 4? Since I'm just kind of talking at a rapid fire pace, I thought I would just kind of throw a couple things out there at you. Last week I told you that I did a lot of procrastinating, and the way that it happens for me is I'll get kind of like laser focused on a project instead of my top things that I actually need to do for the day. Does that make sense? So the way it happened for me last week is because I live in Alabama. The temperatures here are pretty mild. We don't usually have like a severe winter. We barely have fall, things like that. But last month when we were in zone 3, the temperatures last month were still like really, really hot. And so it didn't make sense for me to kind of switch over some of my clothes. Well, this month, like this past week, the temperatures dropped quick. We were down, we had some nights in the 30s, the days have been in the 40s and 50s, and so I needed to get all of my winter clothes kind of switched around. So that was a project that if I had timed it right, it would have been done this week going into zone 3, but I didn't, and so I spent some time doing that. It's okay. It was something that needed to be done, but it definitely helped me procrastinate other things. The other thing that I did to procrastinate is I worked on decorating for Christmas, which is kind of crazy. I have some videos coming out this week that y'all are going to see that I decided to work on instead. I did those first. And when I did them, I kind of let one little thing lead to another. I was decorating my dining room, and then that led to doing this thing and that thing. And all of those things are fine, but I was using it as a way to procrastinate. It's a thing that I feel like I'm going to have to always work on, but I know I can break the habit. I'm going to break the habit. I'm going to do the first things first. Okay, so enough about that. If you are a procrastinator, let me know down below. How is it that you procrastinate your housework? For me, it's getting involved in projects and rearranging furniture, painting, random things like that. So that's how I typically procrastinate. All right, so the last thing that I want to leave with you guys today is my meal plan for the week. Now, I grocery shop every 2 weeks, so I generally meal plan for 2 weeks at a time. This week, let's see, today's Monday. So this week I will be going to the grocery store Thursday. I will be shopping for the next 2 weeks. But because I didn't do this last week, I'm just going to share with you our meals for this week. All right, so tonight, Monday night, we're going to have veal parmesan with some pasta and probably a salad. Tuesday, we are going to be doing breakfast for dinner. It's been a while since we've done that for dinner, so we're going to do that. Wednesday, I'm going to be making chicken fried rice. Thursday is our leftover night. We should have plenty of leftovers from the veal parmesan and also from the fried rice. So we'll have that on Thursday. And then Friday is our night that we get takeout. It's typically pizza. So those are our meals for this week. So let me know, are you guys doing your meal planning? I find that it's a huge time saver for me. It kind of takes a few minutes to do it, but it really saves me a lot of time each day. I know every day in the morning, if I need to get something out of the freezer, if I need to do any kind of prep work, it just makes things easy. So let me know, do you meal plan, and how far in advance do you meal plan? For me, it's 2 weeks. For some people, it's just a week. Some people do it a month at a time. I've kind of found that my sweet spot is 2 weeks, but you do whatever works for you. One more thing I wanted to mention before I forget. I've had several of you ask me about filming the weekly home blessing hour and sharing that with you. That is going to be coming. We are a homeschool family and Mondays are really hard for me to film, but because we're about to have a 6-week break, I've been planning to film that during that break just to kind of make it easier on myself. So just know that that video will be coming sometime in December. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. I told you last week that I'm hoping to make this a recurring thing. I'm gonna try it out for a month and just kind of see how you guys respond, see how you like it. So definitely talk to me in the comments. I don't want this to just be a me talking to you and motivating you. Leave me comments, leave me suggestions, tell me what you're doing that's working. That way everybody can read the comments and hopefully gain motivation from each other, grab ideas from each other, things like that. All right, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below, and I will see you guys soon.